Hey collective, welcome to Empress 1111. We're gonna go ahead and get started with the collective energy for Pisces. I wanted to do Libra, but I was called to do Pisces for some reason. And the channel message I got for you is diamonds are forever. Okay, so please pay attention to wherever your placement is as far as Pisces. All right, but I'm really getting this thing where you're leaving negative vibes. Anything that no longer serve you, something that just makes you feel as if it doesn't serve you. Something that no longer serves you or for your highest good, your highest light, whether it's relationship, friendships, or even if it's just a workplace or something like that, you're choosing to leave negative energy. All right, you're protecting your energy. For diamonds is forever. When I think of diamonds, I think of gems. So your knowledge, right? Because gems are beautiful. But they also represents knowledge, right? So your knowledge and the things that you know is going to last forever. Or Spirit is saying that the knowledge that you know, if don't be afraid to express those things, and you'll be able to clear negative energy, because negative energy does not like knowledge. They don't like truth. So you may need to start doing that if you haven't been doing that already, right? Or maybe that is something you should start doing, because that's going to last forever. Nothing I'm getting, diamonds, they actually cut glass. So if you have been feeling like you have been like energetically like cabin fever, like somebody has been secluding you, isolating you, making you feel like you have to be under their control, your gems is going to cut through the glass ceiling. I'm hearing untouchable. So, and I'm also thinking about the movie Untouchables. If you ever seen that mafia movie Untouchables, oh, I love that movie. I remember like I was in high school. Look, I'm having them little band camp moments. When I was in band camp, I was a flag girl, right? It's kind of like similar to like a majorette, but not. But we did. The theme was Chicago. Was it Chicago? Or one of them was Chicago. It was like the band did Chicago, Untouchable, Mafia, right? Mafia theme type music. But it was surrounding Chicago, right? So Chicago is significant too. You may be from Chicago, or you then with somebody who's from Chicago. Because I don't know how I went from yeah, I went from diamonds, gems, glass ceiling, untouchable, knowledge, Chicago. So somehow something is connected. Something is connected. I'm really getting it. But something that you know surrounding wisdom is going to take you far. Okay. I'm hearing don't ignore what you know. Don't ignore it. Okay. Let's pray. Holy Spirit, ancestor, my highest light, thank you. As we go into our collective energy for Pisces, I ask that you block all psychic attack, all evil eye, return it back to semi transmuted grace and bliss. Please give us the clear message that we need this time. Put a strong hedge of protection around this energy. Thank you, my Orishas. Thank you, our angels. Thank you, my deceased loved ones of my highest light. And thank you, Holy Spirit, Hashem. And I'm also getting something that you know is what is breaking glass ceilings. So what people believed at first is shattering. You know, when glass shatters, it's like an awakening to get out of something. Because think about it, what do people do when glass shatter? Either they move out the way. So people are like moving out the way. I'm really getting that. People are moving out the way. Okay? Yeah. I'm also getting, when I hear when I said mafia, so you may be dealing with a group or a large group of people. As I said, we did something in school about mafia. So, something surrounding mafia, the Untouchables, Chicago. Something with organization. Something that's organized. Yeah, we have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Something, your independence, your way of being self-sufficient, it's going to take you far. Gems, diamonds are forever, okay? Your truth, clarity, okay? There is a Queen of Wands that's trying to manifest devil energy, some form of controlling energy. They want to, yeah, that's exposed. They're trying to figure out a way to control you. Or control something, and they may be using a group of people because they want to take something from you. But I'm really getting, they're gonna have to hurry up and get the fuck up out of it, okay? Yeah. Surrounding your energy, or something's gonna be laid to rest. Yeah. You're okay, that laugh, oh my god. That you're laughing, but everybody don't think it's funny. People are upset. Yeah, this Queen of Pentacles, who's trying to orchestrate something surrounding an ending for you. And you're looking right at them. You're looking right at them as they plant the seed. And you're like, thank you. It's glad to know that somebody's trying to burden me. Yeah. There's a King of Wands that's working on something. Surrounding you, Emperor. Because they're looking into something a little bit deeper surrounding what's being harvested. And they experienced the Tower. And now they're looking at something different. Rebalancing. So it's something surrounding, you may be dealing with a Libra, rebalancing your reality. I got to do that, Nick, because that keeps popping up. You're definitely dealing with a Libra. But I'm hearing someone's ex or someone who someone dealt with. Because I'm looking at this. Wait, there's a card underneath here. There's a King of Cups in reverse. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We are definitely in your energy if we're talking about water signs. 'Cause we are doing Pisces energy. They're not letting something go. Okay, they really want to continue a cycle. But they might come off as if it's no problem. So it's really giving passive aggressive. With this Knight of Wands in reverse, talk about fast acting, reckless energy in reverse. Yeah, it's going to come off passive aggressive. Like they're meaning you some good, but they're not. Or it's going to come off so smooth. if you're feminine, it might come off as love bombing, showering you with a whole lot of things, and I'm also getting an energy that you may, let's just say you are, let's just say you have water sign like in 7th house. Okay, that's why I said it depends on your placement on where your Pisces energy lands on, right? You don't wanna let someone go. You want to continue a cycle with someone. All right, you thought you wanted to do that, but you're like, yeah, I don't want to let you go. Surrounding your person, but there's a King of Pentacles that's planning to do something reckless. They're just waiting on the perfect time to do something to make you come off as you wasted your time, or you're a wounded healer, or you're just trying to something, but they're gonna get blocked. Even if like you have Pisces in like your 4th house, something dealing with like family or something like that, somebody's gonna try to come in and try to stop that. Okay, King of Pentacles towards Virgo Capricorn energy. Just be careful. Something is about power. Yeah. Because with the King of Cups, it's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, but it's in reverse. So you may be dealing with a narcissist. Okay, it makes so much sense. King of Cups in reverse is like a narcissist. Somebody who doesn't, they think this is a game, or they think this is just, they're manipulative. They're manipulative. They come off as nice at one more, and then they come reckless, and they think they got you figured out. They want to make you believe one thing, but it's really another, because they have their own hidden agenda to keep you stuck, just to keep a cycle going. So you're dealing with somebody who has not learned a lesson. You could be dealing with another water sign. Masculine or feminine. You could be masculine or feminine. They could be masculine, feminine, or because you have feminines that be in their masculine energy, right? Same thing with this King of Pentacles. You could be dealing masculine, feminine, you or them. Okay. I'm hearing no is a complete sentence. So whoever this is that think like they can just keep something going, the reason why they're gonna keep getting blocked, because no is a complete sentence. So they don't know how to take no for an answer, but they're gonna get it anyway. All right. Clarify this King of Cups, 6 of Swords in reverse, and the World card in reverse. Yeah, they expose as a narcissist. You're dealing with a narcissist. You're definitely dealing with a narcissist. Yeah, this is somebody who took care of a Queen of Wands. They might have took care of them or looked out for them. They could be really, really close. Clarify this Ace of Cups and Knight of Wands. Yeah. They want to come passive aggressive to figure out how to lock up a Queen of Swords. Surrounding something. That's what they want to do. Or this is you. Clarify. And it's because somebody doesn't want to take their offer, or don't want to have dealings with them, don't want to something, because they heard the word no. So they're going through what they call narcissistic injury. Narcissistic injury is when someone is so used to abusing someone that when somebody finally stands up for themselves, they don't take it as strength. They take it as a blow to the ego. Clarify this Queen of Swords and Nine of Swords. Yeah, because they're a star. And they found out the truth about who somebody's moving on to, or who you, yeah, that's that narcissistic injury. They're finally realizing the truth. They might have thought somebody was lying about something. So it's really giving like somebody's only doing something. This could be you that's doing it, or you dealing with somebody who's doing it. But it's really giving, because King of Pentacles is an authority figure, or it could be a husband, it could be somebody who's in power or something like that. But whatever this is, they feel some type of way because of an Ace of Cups. They feel like some form of Ace of Cups was reckless, so they're trying to figure out how to mentally imprison somebody, put them in a spiritual jail, or actually put them in jail because they're a star. They're healing. Like I said, you're dealing with somebody who's unhealed. You're dealing with a narcissist. Something makes someone so upset. Clarify this King of Pentacles. Who you dealing with this King of Pentacles? Who is this King of Pentacles? Yeah. They're trying to alchemize judgment through magic. Devil. You're dealing with the devil. I told you, a narcissist, somebody who's controlling, abusive. They're not even healthy for themselves. That's who you're dealing with. So it's really giving like somebody is abusing their power. And they're trying to use an organization to alchemize judgment. Because they heard the word no. Because they're hurt. But they're narcissists. They're abusive. Or this could be you. Okay? Yeah. Hierophant and the Hangman. Something's gonna happen with this person because they don't have no self-control. They might lose their title. But the Hangman and the Hierophant, they're going to end up losing their title. Clarify this Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, because people are bored with their reckless behavior. They see them as someone who doesn't deserve their title. They're not using wisdom. Like I heard, diamonds are forever. And whoever this is, they're not using wisdom. So that's what's gonna strip their title, because they're not using wisdom. They're using magic. They're using manipulation. They're using narcissistic tools. They're using power. They're using an organization to go about something. And one bad apple spoils the tree. So they see them as a bad apple. Apple represents knowledge. Yeah. I'm hearing they're using, put it this way, let's just say what somebody does. Let's say somebody promotes black love or love in general, or they promote how relationships should be. The reason why this person's title is going to get sacrificed, because what someone has worked hard at doing, somebody is doing the complete opposite under their organization. So that's why their title's going to get stripped, because they feel like they're competing with them when it comes down to relationship and love, and it's going against what they say. Okay? Yeah, with the Queen of Wands in some form of death energy. I don't know what this. Yeah, something's gonna happen. To whoever that they're working with, surrounding, competing with someone. So they're competing. It could be a Hierophant or a King of Pentacles competing with each other, or there's a Hierophant feeling like a King of Pentacles is competing with them under their organization. Verify this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, they're gonna be asked to leave. They're going to be asked to leave, or somebody's asking them to leave, or they telling them to get out, or do something different, or they feel like this could be anybody in the spectrum, okay? You might feel like this, or somebody feels like that, feels like something towards someone, okay? It's one of those things like, for instance, all right, let's just say, I wear a nun outfit, right? Okay, Halloween, all right, people dressing up. I see that you're wearing a nun outfit, but to wear it every day and to do the complete opposite of what they represent is an insult. Because you have to prove that you know or you deserve that title, or deserve to wear what they represent, or deserve to say that you are a part of what, under their control, or under what they say, or something. So if you don't represent them, but you're wearing something that says something about them, either one of the two things is going to have to happen. Either you're going to have to be under them in their stipulations and what they represent, or you're going to have to let something go. You're going to have to switch something up. Or something. Right? There's a star. It could be a star that's trying to get a Queen of Swords locked up. Okay? This star could be a masculine. It don't necessarily have to be a feminine, because this is a woman on the card. You know, you got to beat the, like I said, diamonds are forever. Shattering the glass ceiling. Looking past what you see in your subconscious. This could be a masculine that's a King of Pentacles or something like that. They could be a wealthy man or something like that. Or a Hierophant or whatever this is. This is a person who doesn't understand something clear about why somebody is bored with a situation, because they're not wise. Somebody's not stimulated, they're bored. They're bored with someone. They're manipulative. They're not wise. They're manipulative. And it's just too much work. I'm hearing you can't raise somebody who's already grown. So it's like somebody feels like it's like somebody might feel like somebody's trying to help someone. A Hierophant, something surrounding a marriage. I'm also getting that too. There's an outside person trying to help somebody who's married. They could be a pastor, could be religious, they could be a father figure, because King of Pentacles or something like that. They could be a father figure. They're trying to help someone in a marriage because it's about power, but it's not. But somebody's not wise. So it's really one of them situations where they want the power, but they don't want to take the time to teach them. So somebody's still going through childhood wounds. I'm also getting it too. Like, I don't want to teach you how to be a boss, but I can teach you how to take someone else's power and still make you a boss. But you got to be under me. So somebody thinks someone is helping them, but they really against them, but just in another way. And that's what's going to cause them, whoever this person is, that's what's going to cause, if they're religious or something like that they're tired of going to get stripped doing that. Because somebody's a narcissist. And that has been proven. That has been proven. So if there's somebody who works like they could be a pastor, religious or something like that, if they go about something a certain way and something turns reckless or abusive or something like that, they're going to lose their title. Okay? They're going to lose everything. They're going to lose everything. Okay? They're going to be seen as faulty or false leader or... It's kind of like... Excuse me. It's kind of like, let's just say this King of Pentacles or is under one organization, but they got somebody in the background. Family or not, you have to learn law of detachment. You choose an organization. If they're not part of that organization, some organization, that's just how that is. That's the same thing what I just said. You represent an organization. You have to go by their stipulations. If you got somebody on the outside helping you do something and it goes against, because I'm really getting this thing too, where somebody who represents a relationship one way, but they feel like somebody's competing with them, they're going to lose their title because they're going to feel like they competing with them. But if they got somebody on the outside that's religious or something like that, that is telling them to go about something a certain way, not only that person's going to lose their title going to be stripped, but whoever helped them title going to be stripped because they're not a part of that organization, and the other one went against the leader of the organization surrounding that, because they're not representing them, they're representing something else, and that's putting a dent in their empire. So that's going to be a problem. So whatever this is that somebody's doing, okay, it's already been exposed that somebody is just a narcissist. They can't stop doing something, and when one thing don't work, when it comes down to having their way, they go somewhere else, and people are seeing how this person moves or something like that. But I'm also getting this a star energy, masculine or feminine energy, trying to get a Queen of Swords locked up, okay? Because why? They don't know something. They don't know what's going on. They just keep creating assumptions in between what's actually going on. And no matter how somebody look at it or whatever these people looking at it, they're going to be asked to leave. And banned. And people are going to celebrate that. Yeah, they're going to celebrate it. Because they needed that truth. They want to know what something was coming from. Or why something keep happening. Because somebody is straddling the fence. Ooh. Somebody's straddling the fence. That's the reason why myself, I don't just jump into something or be a part of something, because I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm not the mediator, right? Because that's really what I do. I am a mediator. I don't have a specific title. So if something is just out of hand, I just tell you go get you some professional help. But all in a nutshell, when situations like this happen, if me jumping into something, I can't say you shouldn't do that, without somebody saying, you only saying it because you a part of this. Like, when all reality is right and wrong is wrong. You can't just, you know, if you put it this way, I know what I do, right? I know what I do. So it's one of those, I'm open-minded, and whatever my masculine is a part of, whatever, like, meaning if it's for a good cause, in that way, I'm going to be whatever that is. But in this situation, like, for instance, I'll tell you a little bit about myself for those who just kind of like new to me. Like, I'm currently going through a divorce. I've been separated 4 years, going on 5. And out of the 7 years, right? And it's been the same consistent thing. So when somebody, like, for instance, when you're dealing with, let's just say somebody is going through, when somebody's going through a divorce, star or no star, when a divorces are ugly. So no matter how you look at that, unless it's been annulled, when it's within a time frame, usually divorces are ugly. They're never pretty. Nobody ever, a smart person would never get in between that. A smart, intelligent person will never get in between it unless you are part of the manipulation. Because you have situations. Let me tell you why they tell you not to get apart. Because you can get locked up. You can go to jail for getting in between a divorce. Meaning, like, trying to keep it together when you clearly see that something is abusive. It'd be one thing if you stepping in and you're healing, you showing love, right? You being supportive when it comes down to building someone up or making someone feel good. But if you're stepping in to hurt another person, meaning you're not being a narcissist, okay? You're not trying to hurt somebody. You're not trying to abuse somebody. You're really just working with them as far as partnership. You're not trying to come up with solutions and ways to make the other person, like, you're not involved to the point where you're trying to help one person get money out of another person. Like, you're not on that type of time. This situation here, or help one person abuse another person, like, you're not doing it. Like, if you do have a situation where somebody is doing, like, trying to find ways to get somebody locked up or put them in a mental institute, trying to put them in situations where you know is abusive, like, the state don't even let you do that. The state don't even get involved. Like, literally, like, if you go to any attorney's office and you tell them, hey, I need to process the divorce because I'm going through some form of abuse, all you got to do is say that, or any domestic violence or any form of fashion, they'll instantly give you an attorney surrounding something. It's just hard to get on that list a lot of times because they want a lot of stuff to go with it. So a lot of times when something like that happens, people just prefer to just get an attorney and just say, it doesn't matter what the reason is, just, it's over, right? It's just, the process is just take a little bit longer when you go through the state. So if somebody try to manipulate something that somebody already has proof, like if somebody already got proof that this person been in jail for this and that, like domestic abuse, domestic violence, or something like that, within the relationship time, if this person already been locked up within that relationship time frame, like, you getting involved to put somebody back in that, or trying to put them in a mental institute, or trying to put them in some form of rehab just to get somebody to take from another person or take their resources or try to gain some form of power, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's considered like a white collar type, you know what I'm saying? That's considered like a white collar type crime. So if somebody trying to make it about emotions, when it comes down to the judicial system or the system in general, they can have your ass locked the fuck up, get your title stripped. They can do you bad because they're like, you're not helping the people. You're trying to hurt the people. If you represent yourself in a high way, like in a in a respectable way, if you're going out your way to try to sacrifice and cause judgment on somebody else due to the fact that this is your family, or this is your child, or this is your this and this is your that. That's why your family don't supposed to be getting involved or none of that shit, because that's considered a conflict of interest. If you look at the trust law, when it comes down to certain things, you cannot get involved in something like that. Even if it's down to, like, for instance, I did like a video, right, where when I'm more so of the aggressor, but it was like AI or something like that. So there's no way somebody can say, oh, well, that means that person came on to you. No, that's not what that video looked like. It looked like I came on to them. You can't even say that. You can't even say this person even tried to get themselves involved in my energy. I got myself involved in that person's energy type thing. You can't even put that on another person. You can't even put it on another person if somebody say, oh, I just want to use your music or something like that. You can't put that. That's not conflict of interest. But somebody's trying to make a way out of no way for power. But these people, they just gonna get bored with whatever this is, because they like, you're not using your wisdom surrounding something. Even if it's a situation with something surrounding an old beef or something like that, this King of Cups in reverse is being exposed. But they think they can stick around and keep a cycle going. But somebody already knows who it is. They're a hierophant, could have been a pastor or became a pastor. They're going to be asked to step down. Because somebody knows that they had some dealings with that surrounding the King of Pentacles. So they may have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, so in their chart. They have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in their chart. Somebody knows what somebody's on. And whatever this, they may have Libra too, because Libra keep popping up. So this could be a friend of somebody. Yeah, they the one who called judgment, but they decide to go. They trying to alchemize, or they did something. They try to alchemize or transform a situation and say, no, I didn't have nothing to do with that, but they did. Yeah, police gonna be at their door in a minute to keep this shit up. Yeah, this Queen of Wands didn't know that. They in the middle of some shit they shouldn't be. They was next. If they have any dealings with this person, they was next. Or they might have did something in their marriage too, or I don't know. But whatever this is, it could be somebody who did something to you in the past, trying to help someone's husband go about something because they did something deceptive in the past, probably surrounding their own self, their own marriage, or own whatever it was. Because I keep for some reason it keeps circling right back around with people trying to get involved in the middle of a divorce, or people trying to get away with trying to get some form of power surrounding something like playing dirty games or something. So they might be the type of person, like, they come off cool, calm, and collect, but they have an undertone of reckless behavior. Whoever this is, it's some form of connection to whatever happened in the past. This is the type of person that comes off as if they're not involved, but they're always involved. They're in the middle of everything. They come off like real cool, laid back, like they the type to kind of like wear like button up outfit suits. They kind of old school. It's really, I'm hearing old school. Somebody could be old school, not older. Yeah, they could be older, but they just, it's really giving like, whatever this is. If they come off as a stalker, you may have to get some mace You may have to get some mace or some form of protection. But whatever this is a friend of somebody. Everybody's Nine of Wands. Yeah. They come anywhere near somebody, death is near. They come anywhere near something you got going on. Or I'm getting somebody's trying to hide a death or hide. They're trying to block out something. They're trying to block out something. Clarify this death card. Yeah. This one pop out. What's this? Yeah. They trying to alternate something in the unknown. So you really possibly is dealing with a Libra. Oh, I get that card. Yeah. This is, yeah. They want to heal something. They have Libra placements. It don't have to necessarily be a Libra, like sun sign. They have Libra placements. Yeah, they want to heal something now. Because, yeah, this Emperor, they did something deceptive. Yeah, because somebody done figured them out. Because they thought they was going to come towards somebody and plant a seed. Or they have airy placements. Insignificant placements. Through their creative work is what I heard. Okay, so fifth house is play a major part, or they may have Pisces, because we are in your energy, right? Yeah, I can't make this up. We in your energy. I'm really getting this thing. Yeah, strength card. Yeah, somebody sees somebody's strength, someone who's unemotional. They're shocked about what somebody was able to find out surrounding them. That now they want to show compassion. They want somebody to heal, or can you heal something with me? I didn't mean to test you. I'm sorry I came towards you like that, or something like that. But somebody ain't trying to hear that. Okay? Somebody not trying to hear that. If anything, somebody like, I see you as toxic. All right? Very, very toxic, surrounding the Empress. All right, you could be this Empress or something like that, and you trying to come up with another strategic way to make somebody struggle. Because the way I see it, right? This is how I see it. Once you do something like that one time, now it becomes a monster inside. It's a monster inside that wants to eat, right? Once you have overcame it one time, you're going to want to keep doing something. So no matter how passive someone is, when it comes down to someone who assert themselves, it doesn't matter what you do to try to heal that, it gets cut off. You have to find another way to go about whatever this is with yourself. You can't just go around thinking like you can just come save the day by bringing harm to other people. Yeah, because they still gonna try to find another way to figure out how to test somebody, just to bring it in, so somebody, because they know that somebody was the reason or the cause surrounding some form of Empress, and that's why they can't stop making people struggle. Somebody sees someone's strength. Clarify this death and air card. Yeah, something that they successfully did to close a cycle. So this is the type of person. This is the type of person who doesn't take rejection well, or they're not good with detachment. Clarify this knife of earth and water of 6. Yeah, they're a rivalry. They're a rivalry, or they are a rivalry. Clarify this knight of water and knight of air. Yeah, somebody's competing over someone's beauty or attractiveness, or it could be a masculine competing with a feminine, or it could be a masculine competing with another masculine over a feminine, or it could be a feminine energy who is really, really sweet or something like that. They may be real, real beautiful or something like that, but they are trying to figure out a way to try to test somebody or take something because they're a rivalry. They might come off as if they sweet, caring, loving, and kind, and real, real sweet, but they I don't know. This is like, ugh. I'm also getting a situation with somebody trying to, even if they try to use a child, like, we just trying to see if you a good parent, but the child loves their mother. They love their mother. They're like, you the most beautiful thing in the world. You the most caring, loving, and kind person in the world. Yeah. Yeah, somebody could be trying to test somebody's parental skills because they're a rivalry. They're going to try to find a negative in everything. So somebody need to understand, like, they ain't dealing with a child or something, but they're going to try to use a child, but they're not dealing with a child. No matter how you try to use a child surrounding something, you could be dealing with a child, but the person that you're trying to do this around is not a child. So it's one of those situations, like, trying to use someone's weakness to go about something a certain way. That shit ain't gonna work. That shit ain't gonna work. This shit gonna end real bad, and it's gonna be successful. So is it worth it to try to make an empress struggle in any damn thing? Is it worth it? I don't think so. Especially if you got kids of your own. If you got kids of your own, why would you you in somebody else's household surrounding their kids? And then if somebody acts out and goes the fuck off and snap on you, then what? Who gonna raise your kids? You don't went out your way to step away from your home to be in somebody else's home. I don't understand that concept. I never understood that. Right? So it's really giving like there's some people that just really need to mind their business. Somebody hates your confidence. They hate your strength. They just hate it. Or this is you. I don't know. You just take the parts that resonate. Whoever's trying to manipulate, hurt, passive aggressive, narcissist, can't let something go, try to hide some form of death or murder, or because that's really what it looked like, or a setup or something. Whoever this is, okay. This channel ain't for you. You are considered a karmic. You are considered a cross watcher. Like, this ain't for you. Okay? This channel is not for you. Because we don't do that over here. Okay? You gotta be confident to ride this ride. You gotta be confident. Ain't nobody with that shit that somebody's trying to do. Nobody. Because whoever this is who's trying to hide unaliving somebody or setting somebody up or something like that, they easily say that that's you while you trying to prey on somebody's child surrounding parenthood. You better risk your whole entire fucking life for somebody who's trying to hide that shit. Okay? Surrounding whatever that is. Clarify this. Fire 8. Yeah. I'm getting this thing where you probably struggled with something at first, and then you saw the purity in a situation that was smoothly said or done, and you like, oh, okay. You could be a powerful masculine or something. You like, yeah, yeah, yeah. They thought you may be celibate. Somebody's celibate. Somebody tried to beat somebody who's celibate. Yeah, they just out there just doing the most out there. They not even doing anything. That's really what I got. But they trying to punish them. Somebody gonna lose their title. Somebody gonna end up going to jail. I just see a whole lot of shit going on here. I do. Nobody's using wisdom. Right? Around people that actually are. These are entitled people. People who feel entitled to something. But they're gonna be asked to step down. They're gonna lose everything. Whoever this is. They're gonna fuck around and lose everything. They might lose a family, like their family. Like if they had a happy family, they're gonna end up losing their family. They're gonna end up losing their title. Somebody gonna end up going to jail. I just see all this shit happening. For power. For power. And if you're on the right side of things, collective, you're choosing to move away from that negative ass energy. You're choosing to move away from it. But it's trying to follow you for power. It's trying to follow you because of your strength, your confidence, or something. Something that's priceless. You can't buy it out the store. They actually can create it for themselves if they make a vision board or something. But they ain't trying to do that. They think they can do it by siphoning your energy. They're going to get a rude awakening. That's what I got. But collective, I hope this message helped you. Y'all be blessed.